Have you all been good? Oh god, cough and die. Have you all been good? Have you all been good? You have to tell me if you've been good. Tell me. Tell me now. Tell me now or I'll make violence happen. So now we can switch you over to... No, that's not it. That's Sonic Unleashed. It's still paused. This is a full screen window, right? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. These two nerds. Look at that. Isn't that fun? That should be okay. How's audio? I'm gonna give you all a treat, I think. Or I'm going to break the stream. What is OBS? Ugh. Where do you live? Okay, so I can unplug shit and not have that be a problem. And where do you live? Installed in that drive as well. Good. I can unplug stuff and won't break stuff. Why is it important that I unplug stuff? Well, wouldn't you like to know what it was like? I'm sassy. Hello, Nora. Spin, spin, spin. Where is... It's been so long. I don't know where it is. There is... Oh! And you know what? While I'm doing this... There it is. Where'd it go? I had something, but I wanted to show everyone. They just had it. Fuck my stupid brain. Alright, well, I guess I'm not allowed to have nice things, so I will show you the thing I want to show you later. But, Lex, how will you show us things? Easily. By doing... this. We're doing this. And it looks a little something like this. Ooh. Can I put you like... No. It's gonna be like there. Ooh, wait, no. Even better. Even better idea. This work? Yes. Alright, so I'm not blinding myself. Put that there. And I do a kickflip. That's gonna move shit out of me. What if I just take those off? I promise you this is gonna be worth it. For me. Did you know that I'm not actually a PNG? I, occasionally, in public, look like this. Hello. It's me. I'm here. I wanted to say hello. Mwah. Mwah. It's me. It's the boy. Because I'm already dressed. I'm in my jammies. My nice little white shirt and my jeans. These are my jammies. Everyone rate my sleep fit. White shirt. Black jeans. Gray socks. Comfy as all get out. Now, normally I'd be like, oh, I have to do my hair, but I can't wash my hair. Because for those of you who don't know, I split my head open like a stupid fuck. I headbutted the corner of a wall and took like a bit of drywall out and got it stuck in my head. So yeah. No, you point down at not my dick, but like me. Yeah, center frame. This guy. It was ouchies. I need my glasses. I can't not have my glasses. But you're going to see the reflection of the light in my glasses. Is that going to annoy you? Why do I care? Do I care? Anyway, this. Look at these guys. Ain't they cute? Ain't they neat? Ain't they... Build 1.1.10794-260112. I am handsome. I'm very handsome. I am such a handsome boy. Let me tell you. I am handsome. I am certified. I am certified handsome and fertile. Now, how do you get certified fertile? Let me tell you how I get certified fertile. This very night. In the last 2 hours. Well, I guess 3 hours now. In the last 3 hours. I hang out with a cat. And that's not like an actual cat. A feline. A domesticated cat. And this cat is a slut for men. Like... But not like, not, not boys, not prepubescent boys, and not old men, but like, you know, that sort of like late teens to early 40s sort of range. She is a slut for those men. And she will literally, so like, not a lot of space here, right? Imagine cat, full-grown cat, 14-year-old cat, with this much room in my arm, in my sleeve, sticking her whole body and head just in here, because she's like, I want to smell your armpits. I want the pheromones. I want the dude stink. It's like, kitty, why? Stop. But she doesn't, because she's a slut. She's a slut for men. Ah, my head's itchy. I gotta itch it without itching the fucking... Okay, there's that. Sweet. No, I don't have a cat. No. The cat is located elsewhere. Occasionally... I occasionally see the cat, but also there is a person who owns the cat. I'm like, dude, why is your cat such a slut? And they're like, dude, she likes the old man stink. Well, not old man stink. But, you know, she likes the fertile man stink. And I'm like, yes! Fucking yes! I love being fertile. Ugh. Anyway. Speaking of fertile, hello. Yep, goodbye. Remove the mattresses. Get rid of that shit. Anyway, this is a game about vampires. Can I leave now? No, you're here forever. Fucking ring lights in the way. Yeah, right? Because you'd think... Sit there. You'd think, like, well, I'm a human being. So, like, my being fertile should do nothing for you because you are a feline and there is no crossover there genetically. And yet... check that shit. Yeah. There. Dude, this is a classy joint. We got backs on our chairs. Look at that shit. Oop. Bar is open. Now, I know a little bit about this because I played the tutorial and I was like, you know what? This looks fun. Open minions file, enable autonomy, and automate everything. You can do it all. Cleaning. So, vamp service first. They do be making this shit for everything now. Drink prep. Excellent. Drinkies. Don't forget to feed your vampire. Feed the minion. Alright. Num num num. Tasty. We have a massive upscale bar. No, this is going to be the vampire bar forever. It's going to be these two drums with some planks of wood on them. Prestige boost draws more customers as long as they can find enough chairs to sit on. Well then, let's add more chairs. And a pinball machine. Sure. I'm Yumiko. Motherfucker. Ugh. I die and get immortality and the first thing I meet is a weeb? Ugh. Hi. You know what? Get fucked. Good. Vampire agency. Can we go to the agency? The wood plank tables and the pinball machine are frying you? In what way? Please explain. I love action. Me too. Ooh, we got some good selections here. We got Max. You can shut the fuck up. Liliana. Wait, become invisible, including carried objects and corpses once an incident is detected. Really? You guys all... Oh, some of you have mind wipe. Yo, get me the Rizzler. Belle. Belle, belle, belle. You going back to the bar? You think it's hilarious? Oh, don't you worry. It's hilarious. We're doing an upscale thing here, ladies. Wear pants. Going. Place a fridge. Your management is deplorable. Stop squandering my money. Sell off furniture. Shut the fuck up, you. So we want refrigerator. A what? A refrigerator? Buy 20 blood bags. Thanks, you. Baron somebody. Oh yeah, the other thing about that cat, bit my neck. I don't know what that means in cat speak, but I did not appreciate having my neck bitten by a cat. Beep beep. That's the sound of blood being delivered. One of the people in this bar is a vampire. Who could it be? Oh, nice. Nice. Desdemona, the Iron Jaw. You want a little sippies? You guys deserve better than to be left standing. I've got so many tables and also puke on the floor. Vladimir Dilaligny. Dilaligma? Lapidus. I love inside jokes that only me and Nora get and makes no sense to any of you. You startled me. To whom do I owe the pleasure? I'll be... You don't know me. I am Vladimir Lapidus, the most powerful vampire master in Crimson City. I'm here to help you raise human cattle to feed our kind. Uh, thank you. The assistance is most welcome. Let's go back to the bar. Starting capital offered. Thank you, Vladimir. Then we go standard construction. Do like hup, hup, hup. Yep. Access. Assignment tool. This one goes only to vampires. Thank you. Place a table and 4 chairs. Don't mind if I do. Furniture. A table. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. And what is it? There we go. Vampires don't have to deal with fucking... They get nice tables. Is what I was gonna say. And a TV. Vampire TV. That bitch. This TV runs V-Diffusion 24/7. Vampires love it, humans find it weird. Yes. And what I'll do is... Too close to another construction. My ass. Put that there. A cheap door. With a cheap door. Oh, wrong button. Cheap door. Then we go purchase furniture with the shitter. There you go. Now my patrons can poop one at a time. You're welcome. It's a vampire pinball game. It is Nosferatu's Lair. It is a vampire pinball game. Good guess, Nora. Nora Tails. Sell more booze. How am I doing on storage? Oh. Primal blood. Ah, fuck. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and fucking smack that shit and replace it with vampire door. There you go. That's better. What do you mean you're gonna quit? You're pretty happy. Your needs are met. Just some more shit to these drunks. Extend that. So as I can chuck down. Little cramped in here. But you take what you can get when you're on a budget. Stop puking on my floor, you assholes. Right. Which one of you is cheap? 238. Gone. Oh wait, no, your salaries are different. Gentle. Extra charisma, less experience. Greedy. Thin blood. Oh, the salary is right above the top of their head. Well. Yum, you're gonna come work for me as well. Your first priority is cleaning. Vladimir! As a reward, I'll entrust you with another one of my bars, which you will transform into a blood factory. I don't work for you. I'm free! Hello, Jiggle. Man. Man. Hello. It me. You can see. Me. You still don't get it. I'm not giving you a choice. The factory will let us extract blood directly from the source, making it more profitable. I like profits. Crimson City awakens under the leadership of a new blood bar manager. Hooray! Let's continue. Achieve bar value of 20,000. Gain 25 reviews. Keep awareness low and accumulate sales. Should be fairly straightforward. Oh. You got a blood shortage. Yeah. Blood bar with no blood's probably no good, huh? Beep beep. I know, right? Look at that shit. Fucking Andrea. Stop puking on my floor, you fucking filth. I don't have any normal beer. God damn it. is keeping a bar stocked so hard? Beep beep. Ooh. Kieran. Whatever. Information was wrong. Hunt vampires in another area. Yeah, go home. Fucking vampire hunting assholes. There's no vampires here. Probably. Yep. I wish to extend this. Yep. God damn it. There we go. Put that at the end of the room. I guess I'll give you deco in there. Yeah. Ooh. Hello. Your blood bar is magnificent, young vampire. You're making a name for yourself. I love medicine. For Kiki. Get medicine for Kiki. I was going to say I love making a name for myself, but then I read the thing about making medicine and getting medicine for Kiki. So do that, and then come back and we'll make it more about me. Meow. But yes, what's happening, Jiggle? What's for snow like? Beep beep. The entire world should know about my blood bar. You're right. You're having less fun while pooping? Really? Well, don't do that. Wet and heavy because it's lake effect snow. You know, Wet and Heavy was my nickname in high school. That doesn't make any sense.
Oh.
I made myself laugh. You're a significant asset in managing this blood bar. Yeah. It's about time I get a pay rise. He dislikes my arrogance. Oh, you know what? That's okay. A lot of people dislike my arrogance. Mission locked. So we go city map. Fucking iPhone. Get out of here. Ooh, AB positive. AB positive that blood is delicious, but not as delicious as mud and or cum. It's just blood. Mud. And cum. Well, what are you doing here, lady? Why is it when I show up, you two are just finishing killing a whole ass man? Everything is on the table. Do your jobs. Nox, you focus on cleaning. Because you are a fast boy. Don't have all eternity to make my businesses prosper. I'm an independent vampire. I don't answer no one. What happened? He dislikes my arrogance. Arrogance on my balls. That doesn't make sense. Install a morgue and clean the bar. Maeve. Maeve? Maeve. Maeve. I don't know. She's a punk chick. She's awesome. Oh, I don't get to see her. So what we're going to do is move. Walk. Now. That's fine, don't worry about it. Investigators. Lady, I thought I told you. Uniforms number 2. Someone eliminate that discreetly, please.
Huh?
Num 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 num. Tasty. Thanks, Maeve O'Connor. Von Kopek.
Oh.
Do you need financial aid? Aren't you Baron von Kopek?
Oh.
Debt is enslavement.
Oh.
Ho 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 ho. The Suck Bank. You have angered Baron von Kopek. He will grant me a loan, though the rate will be steep. I don't want a loan. Fine, I'll take a loan. 7.5% interest? Ugh. Fine. Engine cell. Bar is now open. That's where I'll put the shitter. Oh, hey.
Oh.
What do you want now? Stop pressuring me. Cut down on unnecessary expenses. We harvest blood from humans. It's not utterly impossible. I wish to purchase one blood distiller. Prioritize machine movement. Guess I need mind wipe, conceal, hypnosis. Hypnosis. I like you, Silas. Your job is going to be interfacing with the people. Look at that fucking party time in there. Oop. Ah, F is for furniture. TV in there. Put a fucking pinball machine right in there. Meow. Oh. Oh, don't puke on my floor, jackasses. Oh, it's one of them investigators. Didn't even see you come in. Furniture for the shitter. Alright, we're actually going to aim to have more than one person shitting at the same time. That is the goal of this bar. Multiple people taking a shit in the same room. They said it couldn't be done. And yet here I am doing it. Sophie, good evening, sweetie. You want 20 blood bags. Oh, how could I refuse?
Oh.
We have a deal? Yes, my dear.
Oh.
Thank you for giving me good publicity, lady. We will set machines. Ooh. We will only have high quality blood. Oh. Eliminate discreetly. Easy. Let's expand. What is that? A microwave? What is that? It is a cheap microwave. Excellent. Yes. We were going to expand this room. So get a couple of extra tables in this bitch. And then we will do... be a nice vampire room. Damn. Alright. Have I made enough blood bags for this shit yet? No. Welcome back, Nora. How we doing? We're doing good. I'm now, if you will observe, Doing some cool thing. Do you like a cool thing, Laura? I like a cool thing. Oh. Everyone is treated equally in my establishment. Your 11 gobbler friends think about that, okay? Someone wanna take a bite out of this asshole? Thank you. Num num num. Num num num. Well, that's the party chamber. And that's where you go before you go to the party chamber. To try gobble vampires. Yeah, I ain't doing that. Who... Yeah. Do you like more intelligence? Ooh. Of intelligence. You're way more expensive than him. Ah, fuck it. Why don't you all just come default in pants? You don't need to do that or that. No. Oh, I forgot. I didn't turn that into a vampire room. Fucking drunks. Everyone out of the forbidden room. What are you doing behind the bar? Oh, I saw that. Someone eliminate Margot discreetly, please. Num num num. Tasty, tasty. Delicious in my tummy. What is the party chamber? The party chamber is where we go. You'll see there's a giant blood thing on the front there, and we fill up blood bags. So basically, people go into the pre-party chamber, and then when I'm ready, I put them in the party chamber. And well, don't fall like an idiot, you idiot. And then when we're done with them, we take them out, and if they're alive, we let them go. And if they're not, then they're not. We need 100. Oop, wrong button. The box is hopping around like crazy. Yeah, because I know, because it's the party time box. What do you mean? Nora, what do you mean? Alright. I'll serve you a drink, I'll take your money, and then I'm going to kill you later. See, she's fine. I didn't read what Baron Von Fuck himself said. Num num num. I change my pants while I kill you. And fall over like a clown. That thing is hopping. Oh, hello, Riley. From business. Is that... What the fuck is that? Eh. You're a loony. You're a gobbler. Okay. I would have imagined you'd be a bit chunkier, but fair enough. Oh, look at you. Is that a pirate? That is a pirate. 3 businessmen and a pirate walk into a bar. The bar is run by vampires. There's a lot going on in this. Beep beep. Uh-huh. Oh. Okay, well then fucking consume both of these people then. I don't give a shit. There's no need for anyone to panic. You're prioritizing service. You're prioritizing capture. You're prioritizing service. You're prioritizing machine management. Alright. You are no longer doing any service jobs. I want you to exclusively run the machine. And kill that guy. Nice. Is this thing broken? Apparently it was. Into the machine. Look at her hop. fucking investigator. Beep beep. I will fucking let the abyss eat you. Never mind. Into the sewers you go. Bloodstones. Do I need a second machine? Okay. Bank is closed. Alright. Actually, do I can't even go in to pay off the existing loan that I have, huh? It's kind of fucked up. I have a second blood machine. I'm gonna start ramping up production of blood. Thought I was gonna get away with one. But I was not. Have a pirate vomit in the bar. It's the first time that's happened? Really? Num num num. Tasty. I do not have enough stuff. Okay. Let's see. You are a fast boy. Come on in, Salazar. Alright. You will not do any of the servicing. You are exclusively on cleaning. I'm killing too many people. Okay, I'm out of money. Okay. I have money again. Bank is almost not closed. Oh, and I have enough blood bags for Sophie. There we go. Someone like to eliminate this bitch? Num num num. Bank. Outstanding balance. Can I... Num num num. Tasty, tasty. Can you make the door into the party chamber a vampire door so people don't... No. So these rooms are minion-only rooms. But investigators, the sneaky fuckers, will just wander in anyway. I did make those. Yeah, those are minion-only rooms. Sometimes the feds are just rude and harsh on my steez anyway. Yeah, see, look at that. Investigator Tao, Ado, whatever your name is. With 1 blood quality while I'm eating that shit. We'll pay off the bank. Yes. Oh, I have no... human drinks. Whoops. Yeah, it's the feds TM. Fucking knocks. What do I think I can do? Yes. Let's make sure we keep the machines full. Now, are they gonna notice this? Let's find out. Oh, someone pooped. Oh. And nobody noticed. Cool. Is it true you offer home deliveries? Yes. What can I get for you? Bloody slushies. I want 6,666,666 for tomorrow. Yes, I'll do it. Sound just like that old goat Vlad. Well, it's fine. As long as I get my blood slushies. In the end, 20 will suffice. Yumiko gave me kawaii. I ain't using that same. Would somebody like to eat this bitch before she sees something she's not allowed to see? Thank you. Thank you, my staff, for doing the job I pay you for. Nora, you wouldn't need me to micromanage you if you were working here. You would know that people in trench coats walking through these double doors you just bite. You just bite them. You'd know. If anything, you'd probably be managing them and telling me. By the way, got Silas to bite a person because they walked into the no-no room. I'd be like, thanks for organizing that. I never would have done it myself. Yeah, if I just have a sign here that says no feds, and you were in there, and you saw feds, you'd know what I want you to do with the feds. This is the ice slushy machine. Hello, Kilt. Hi, it's me. Hello, Kilt. I don't know if I've been on screen when you've been here. Look at me. What can I say? Having an absolute slut of a cat sniff my armpits made me feel like putting my face out into the world. All the yes signs in the Grump supermarket simulator store, but instead of yes, it's all just different. No. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. It is me. I am handsome. Certified by Slutcat. Oh good, you thought to hypnotize one of the investigators before they started investigating. Look at you. Taking the initiative. Don't fall on the blood now. I shouldn't have those in front of that door, so that people stop tripping on them. decent amount of money. Still don't have enough bloody slushies. Can I make sure that we're not... that we're not, like, selling bloody slushies to people? I guess if I just fucking do that, right? And then we'll send a 10 later. Num num num. I already served real vampires. 10 ancient cryptkins? Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm already most of the way done. You're gonna give me like a bonus $10 bajillion for this?
Oh.
Special blood orders for home delivery. Yes.
Oh.
Don't forget you serve me. Awkward silence. Generate $25,000. Okay. Yeah, I love dodging extortion. What? Well, fucking consume that, bitch. Oh, anyone? Alright. Well. She fucking vanished. Anyone else see the fucking pool of death open up in that double doorway? No? Me neither. Mind your own business. We're gonna go back to your drinks. Fucking assholes. Moment is... I had a wee accident. Oh, yeah. I told the story where I slipped, I cracked my head open. I didn't crack my head open, I split my head open. There's difference. My skull remains intact. I have just now added structural drywall to the skull to reinforce it. I turned off the light at some point and didn't... Oh, the fucking battery ran out. That's what happened. That was real? Yes. Also sorry about the anxiety. I have glue in my head. Yes. I have glued my head together. It's like that ancient Chinese principle of like you smash the bowl, but rather than getting new bowl, you like glue the bowl together. You repair the bowl with like gold or whatever, and that makes it better than it was before you broke it, because now there's like gold in the cracks or some shit. Sorry, Jiggle, I didn't know that people... I forgot. It's hard to keep track of who I've told the story to and who I haven't. Kintsurugi, a Japanese technique. Yes. I am okay. I am the only person that you know who got smarter after a head injury. Beep beep. My millennial friends have nothing but praise for you. Oh, millennial is in. Yo, 20 grand? Sick. So what I'm gonna do. That. That by the shitter. I'm gonna hipster that shit up. I think I'm gonna leave the tile floors in there. Oh yeah, and I can make the shitter into the kawaii space. There you go. Num num num. Okay. We've increased our attractiveness. Let's do some fucking decor, shall we? Oh, actually. Yeah. Umbrella holder by the door. Yep. Vladimir.
Oh.
You've achieved your goals. Of course I have. I'm great. I am a Oh, Jiggle's a smart lad. I thought you were going to tell me I'm a smart lad. It's hard to tell at times when it's memes and when it isn't. That's true. Generally... Actually, no, that's not true. I'll meme about injuring myself. Yeah, there's a brain in there. It's all an elaborate plot. Headbutting the wall was an elaborate plot to force them to give me a CT scan to confirm the presence of a brain, which, yes, is in fact in there. What's this guy want? I don't know. I'm gonna be mad at you. You keep trying to tell me what to do, so I want you to suck on my nards. I've really irritated him. As a reminder of his authority, he gives you the least amount of funds possible. Tough luck. Okay. Hooray! We did sandbox mode. Oh. But we have to go to the other place now. See that. Oh, look at that shit. Oh. If I finish that, and then I drop a thing there, I'll crush the phone, which means I'll get to kill him, which means I am the vampire now. Look at me. Look at me. I am the vampire. Oh, you made it tiny again. Just when I was getting... Why is there always... Why is it when I show up, there's always a dead body?
Oh.
The previous owner of these bars suddenly died. It's a real opportunity. This district is tiny. Size isn't everything. No, girth is. Dislikes your arrogance. Okay. Now I have access to the industrial bar. As constantly describes one of the smartest people in class, people would think I got good grades. My enjoyment was doing nothing and still getting B's. Yeah. So I have 10 vampires, so 15 humans produce 40 blood bags. I will not do any of those things. Wait, yes I will. Oh, the shitter is... You gotta go outside to go to the shitter? That's unfortunate. The bar is open. No, it's fucking not. I don't have any staff. Teleport quickly while empty-handed. Yeah. Hypnosis. Alright. Need a fridge. Bam. Ooh, VXL edition. Do I have to research all of that again? No, I don't. Good. How is that an XL edition fridge? It's just a fridge you've turned over on its side. What do you mean this district is tiny? This place is huge. We will open the bar now. Yeah, good luck, Jiggle. Good luck on tests. Folks who are privy to psychology, go on. I've heard of the study of psychology. I believe in you, Kill. You'll knock him dead. Why are we all hanging out in the shitter? You know the bar's actually open, right? Get the ball rolling. Where will I put the vampire? Actually, that should be bigger. It's gonna have 2 bars. That's vampires only. It's only. That. Uh, so I can put a pinball machine in the break room. Why don't you fucking kill her? Num num num. There. Now you've got your fucking toilets, you needy pricks. Yeah, I understand how humans piss. I've got 2 shitters, what do you want? You know what? I'm gonna overclock that shit. Beep beep. Upgrade the machines, he says. Hi, Daz. What's cracking, baby? Man. Oh, yes, okay. Kanye, Yizzle, Yee, I believe his name is now. Who knows? Is this your neighborhood? I love playing with you. What do you want? Okay. Thanks, Yumiko. Fucking weirdo. Released his statement about BPT, which I learned mainly managed by his mother before she passed, and since she passed he struggled with it even more. I feel like people don't know the consequences of BPD, like he should be held accountable, of course, but it offers at least an explanation for his behavior. Yeah, I've known about Kanye's BPD before he wrote a song called Heil Hitler, in which the chorus is Heil Hitler. There are a lot of people with BPD. In like a numerical sense. I don't actually know how common it is percentage-wise. The Venn diagram of people with BPD and the people walking around saying Heil Hitler is not a circle. It is, in fact, pretty far apart. There'll be a little bit of overlap, I guess. But you don't... BPD doesn't make you a Nazi. Being a Nazi makes you a Nazi. He's employed many times. He goes unmedicated. Yes. He goes unmedicated, and I believe sometimes he stopped his medication cold turkey, which is a bad idea. Will make it worse. Seen people say things like, BPD doesn't make you racist, or I have BPD and I don't behave this way as well, because yes, it is psychosis. People can think they are Jesus and even kill people. People with mismanaged BPD are extremely vulnerable to hateful things. Yes, but... Yes, but... Not saying you should be forgiven, but people seem to like discussing mental health when it presents as something manageable, not when it's ugly. No, there's a degree of I understand what you mean. But it's like... I'll go into that in a second. I'll keep reading first. I'm just learning of his BPD diagnosis, sad to see, but like he said, he needs to be held accountable. Same way it wasn't even just racist, but was so entirely agoraphobic it turned into anthropophobia, which is a fear of people. He thought he had many delusions about people and became obsessive about lineage and some such things. Yeah, fucking H.P. Lovecraft is like, you look like an Irish. Just stay away from me. Lovecraft is on that level of racism. He's like racism plus. But the man's clearly mentally ill. Hello, Daz. Too many people are absolute about these things. Should have been very performative. I also think platforms like Twitter and Reddit gave the hype label themselves part of interested as being part of their identity. Yes. Chilling out, preparing to trek through snow. Don't do that, Daz. Stay home. Form psychosis. BP makes you vulnerable in a way. Compulsions to so on. So, the reason Kanye is a Nazi is not because of his BPD. Or at least... Alright. I don't know exactly when he first became exposed to it, but Kanye and a larger number of successful black personalities, more than you'd think, more than you'd like, are black Israelites. Now, Lex, what the fuck is a black Israelite? Some of you may have been very confused when Kanye was like, Jewish people aren't Jews. What? I don't enjoy being a center of attention. Sure, the hundreds of awareness remains blur. Yeah, okay, sure. What is a black Israelite? Yes, you'll remember that Kanye spent a lot of time saying that Jewish people aren't really Jews. They're not God's chosen people. Black people from Africa, they're God's chosen people. They're the real Jews. And the people that you know as Jewish lied and they stole the name from the black people, right? The God's chosen. Now, this is fucking crazy shit. This is lunatic shit. It's basically a cult. And in fact, do we have a Wikipedia page for the Black Israelite movement? Let's find out. I like that I get the record scratch when I ask that question. That's appropriate. Yeah, there you go. There's a Wikipedia page on it. So, it's crazy. It's like, part of it is seeking meaning, right? You think about it, you're a black person in the United States, you have all that systemic discrimination leveled against you, you have historic levels of discrimination leveled against you, you have Like, just nothing but misery going back generations and generations ever since you were stolen and dragged to the United States against your will by, presumably, Thomas Jefferson himself. The man loved his slaves. And I mean, loved his slaves. Whomst. Eat that bitch. Yeah, you go... Someone gonna go eat her? You? You gonna go eat her? Anyone? Yes, you go eat her. So you ask yourself, well, why me? Why my people? Why did that happen? Surely, not for no reason. That level of cruelty and, like, just evil to me and my people for no reason? Can't be that. Maybe the reason is we were God's chosen people when we were expelled from Israel because we broke the covenant or whatever the fuck, and we're doomed to roam the earth, suffering continually until God invites us to return to our homeland. That would explain all of the bad shit that's happened to us. And you see, it becomes an attractive narrative that you tell yourself. Obviously, no historical evidence to bear this out. But it's not to say that there are not black Israelis. Sorry, black Israelites. There are definitely black Israelis. Israelites and Israelis are not the same thing. There are black people descended from the tribes of Israel. But in the sense that that movement exists, particularly in the United States, particularly amongst more successful, more influential people, yeah, that's not normally the way, that's not sort of the case. It's, they're usually scattered around a bit more. So I'm gonna eat this motherfucker. You gonna go, someone gonna eat this motherfucker? Before he decides to leave? What was about nice about how scary common Holocaust denial is becoming? Yes. Sure, you're allowed to say it. So, well, talk about that in a second and see. There's a study done in Ireland, and bearing in mind this is from focus group and doesn't represent the entirety of Ireland, but it was around 40% didn't even fully understand what the Holocaust was, and some 15% thought it was greatly exaggerated. Yes, that's not ideal. And there are a couple of reasons why that is. Place a punching trap and capture 3 humans. And you'll never guess who's one of the culprits behind that. Actually, wait, I should have that. Even though I know they don't see it, I want people to just go around the corner, punch that, and then disappear. Blah, blah. Just didn't like people using as an excuse to travel over mental health by saving them more powerful BPD experiences. Yes. It's so scary. You're statistically more likely to become a victim of abuse, bigotry, and other such evil actions if you have mental health disorders, and if you do not. These people should not be villainized because of your mental health, but based on your actions. Yes. And again, the interesting... Well, interesting. The thing about... your blood was too filthy. No, I just didn't have a free spot for you. Okay. Someone wanna... What are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? Num num num. Thank you. Someone manage that shit for me, will you? What was I thinking? Who knows? Someone wanna, like, actually fucking tidy that up for me, please? It's just fucking... You know what? Yeah, we expanded the room. Someone pick up the dead guy. And I forgot to add this was people aged 18 to 30, so like a little better, not really. No. I had no idea about the movement. I'm learning so much today. Yes, it's fucking wacky. Listen, if you want to learn about cults, I'm your guy. I will tell you about all of the cults. You can be silly guys and know things if it's getting too heavy. Guilt, it's fine. You don't have to worry about that. I'm very comfortable talking about these sorts of things. This is my bread and butter. The fact that Trump administration was calling him all sorts of stuff like an assassin. Oh! But the nurse with the actual fuck. Yeah, that was just an execution. So to be clear, that nurse was not shot by ICE. He was executed. He was murdered by a gang of murderers. That's all there is to it. That's what happened. We all saw it plain as day. An innocent man doing nothing illegal. Which, by the way, for the fucking lying Nazi scum like Jesse Waters on Fox News. Maybe I'll get my own segment on there. First of all, two things. Even if Alex was committing a crime, any crime, okay, arrest him. You had 5 men beating the shit out of him on the ground, slap some cuffs on him, job done. It is not their prerogative to just be like, actually, I'm too tired. I'm wheezing because I can't do a single sit-up because ICE is just full of dropouts and rejects. So I'm just gonna pull out my gun and shoot this subdued man in the face. That's where the first bullet went. Shot him in the head. And yeah, two to the Nazi scum like Jesse Waters. who run on Fox News. Did you know in the Nuremberg trials, like after we defeated the Nazis in World War II, and like all of the guys who... What the fuck? Will someone deal with that? Like after we defeated the Nazis in World War II, you know, obviously you had like the camp guards and shit. They were put on trials. People like Hermann Goering, Joseph Goebbels, these people... Well, not Joseph Goebbels because he was fucking dead. But yeah, all of these Nazi scum, they were put on trial. Among the people put on trial were not just camp guards and were not just executioners, but journalists. If you were a journalist and you made propaganda for the Nazi administration, specifically to gin up hatred and sort of aid them in committing the Holocaust, then you were also found guilty. And, like a lot of the people found guilty at the Nuremberg trials, you were hanged. Something for Jesse Waters, the Nazi propagandist, to think about when, you know, this all is over and the Nuremberg trials part 2 happen. Because look, I don't know, there are places in the United States where that sort of thing would find you the death penalty. So he might want to consider that before continuing this whole Nazi propagandist line of being a fucking Nazi. Calling him an assassin, a cop killer, blah, blah, blah. Yep, just blatant lies. Don't believe your lying eyes. For ice murder gang. Black persons from Syria largely operate. It should be noted Black Hebrew Israelites are not a respected part of the community. Yes, thank you, Daz. I did not include that, but that is right. You are often seen as... Because one of the key factors of being part of the Black Israelite movement, not always, but is like a kind of shame of like what black people went through historically. It's denial almost. So, you know, people are like, well, what, you're too good to be part of this community? What the fuck are you talking, like, we all went through it, brother. What the fuck are you talking about? It's like, no, I'd rather deny it, and I'd rather not face it. So, yes, they are not received well by the general black community. Murder him didn't even look anything official. No, it's just some roaming gang of thugs. ICE are not police, correct. They're not military. They have absolutely no jurisdiction in dealing with United States citizens in United States soil. If they need someone detained or, you know, moved around for their investigations, they have to call the police, who do have that jurisdiction. They can't just pull out a gun and shoot you. Well, not legally. They can, because the current administration will not prosecute them, but again, Nuremberg trials, the Nazi roaming thugs will be tried, and some of them, presumably, will be hanged. Maybe. I don't make the rules. I just liked when we hanged all the Nazis. After World War II. I think that was a very good decision. Now, interesting thing. Albert Pierrepoint is... He's called the last hangman of Britain. He's actually the second to last. There was a woman after him. But he was a professional. See, the United Kingdom had this thing where they would time the amount of time it took you to hang someone, like from walking them into the room to having the lever pulled and them dangling. Well, not dangling and kicking, dangling and dead. And the reason for that is they thought that prolonging that experience, right? Having the person be like, alright, I'm at the door, I'm walking up onto the gallows, you're doing all that. It's like, that's very stressful. That's inhumane. Get it over as quickly as possible. So they kept track of how quickly people could do it. Albert Pierpoint's record was, I believe, 7.4 seconds from doorway to fully hanged. Anyway, he got hand-picked to go over to Europe after the war, and he basically ran the masterclass on how to hang people when they were doing the meting out punishment for the Nuremberg trials. He was like, you'll do it my way because my way is the right way. And fair play to the man. His way was the right way to hang people humanely. Now, the American approach to the Nuremberg trials, the hangings at the Nuremberg trials, was a gentleman with absolutely zero qualifications who was routinely drunk. Got the job. And as you can imagine, he was not particularly good at it. Well, everyone he hanged died. It just took a while. Whoops. Whoops. Two different approaches. Well, look, Nora. They were Nazis. Would I personally say, yes, let's find the worst person for the job to do this? No. But if you told me later, by the way, the worst person for the job did it, I'd be like, don't do that again. Or, don't tell me if you're gonna do it again. Meh. I'm sorry, this lady is insulting me. Why do you say that? Keeping a low profile? Yeah. I'll show you how we deal with parasites around here. Oh, okay. Oh. Thank you, lady. Dissolve corpses in dip. I don't have dip. There we go. I've got dip. Of course, the Soviet approach was to just shoot them. I mean, they hanged a bunch of them too, but it was... there was a lot of people killed, so... come on, just shoot them. Look at that. I dip some people in that. The Soviet method for hanging them, by the way, was not... It was less kind. It was less kind than the American way. But yeah, you know, that's what happens when you fight a war of extermination. You kind of... You become a little mean when you fight against and survive a war of extermination. Nom, nom, nom. That's fine. Go and raise awareness, see if I care. Oh, that's why you're not running the machines, because I don't have any fucking space for it. I shouldn't have done this. That's a big ass plant. So many feds TM trying to sneak in. I know, right? Fucking assholes. That's my questions. Can't wait to get paid on Saturday. Ooh. Kilt, no money? Impossible. I don't believe you. Or do I? Do one of you guys want to eat that lady? Anyone? Anyone hungry? Nope. Okay. Nom nom nom. I should show somewhere get out of USA for a while. Uproot my life. Yeah. So and I get it. And, you know, I want all of you to be safe. I want all of you to be okay. And I know it's going to be pretty cold comfort. It's probably not going to make you feel better. But this is the way this is panning out. This is an indication that their plan is not working. It's not popular. People don't like them. Because, like, if this was popular, if this played well with people, if this was, like, if there was a real movement that was like, yeah, this is what we want the country to look like, you wouldn't need to lie. Right? You wouldn't need to lie about what happened. You just say what your guys did with your whole chest. You probably wouldn't even acknowledge it, to be honest. You'd just be like, it's like, yeah, there's a thing that happened. So what? You want me to answer for everything? I don't have time for that. You wouldn't care, because it wouldn't need explanation, because it would be a popular idea. But instead, they sacked Ben Bavino, I don't know, whatever his name is. The stupid fucking Nazi with the crew cut. The big thick coat. Well, sacked. Replaced. So it's an indication that people hate them. People hate their idea. People hate their project. And it's not going to end racism. Right? That's just not how that works. However, this whole fucking thing has hurt the sentiment of, yes, we want to deport blah 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 a bajillion fucking people. Because this is what it looks like. There are some people who are happy with what it looks like. Fucking Nazis. See you at Nuremberg. But the average kind of, like, hick that's just like, yeah, foreign people are scary. They didn't put thought into what does it look like to deport 100 million people with no trial. And now they see. It looks like this. Gestapo going door to door, kicking doors down, kidnapping kids, using them as hostages, executing Americans. That's what it looks like. That's how you deport 100 million people with no trial. So, the popular sentiment for that kind of movement is going to decrease. there is basically never a better argument against fascism than watching fascists be fascist. Because even the people who are like, tentatively, I don't agree, but I'll ally with them because my interests align with theirs on this issue or that issue, when they see this shit, it makes them ask themselves the very ugly question: is this a price I'm willing to pay? And for some people, yes. For some evil fucking people, they'll be like, yeah, alright. I don't agree with it. Thanks. But if this is how it's gotta be, this is how it's gotta be. Which, I mean, but if you're kind of already willing to make that sort of moral calculation, then you already agreed with it. You actually were okay with it from the word go. For a lot of people, normal people, human beings with the divine spark that makes us all real, you know, actual sentient creatures with spirits, souls, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You know, that little bit of magic that makes you more than like a rock. You see that and you go, that's, even if you're like, well, I'll align with them out of convenience, you see what it looks like now and you go, that's, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want that. Even if I never get my other little treat that I've always wanted. Can't have it at this price. This is too much. So, you know. I know that probably doesn't make you feel better in the moment, right now, because people are still fucking dying. People are still being kidnapped. People are still... It's bad. It's bad. It is bad out there. It is bad. But it will not last forever. And these dipshits cannot help but keep pushing. It's the thing, and it's the thing with all fascist movements. The second you run into any resistance, any failure, you have two options. Push harder, or look inwards and push and like start cannibalizing your own party. Place blame. Because you can't, as a like, no fascist movement has ever... When was Hitler ever out there like, my bad, I made a mistake on that one, I'll fix that? No. It was always, that was someone else's fault. And it's the same thing here. As things get worse, as they get less popular, they will either turn inwards and eat each other, which will be very funny, or if they can't do that, they will simply lash out and try and hit the out-group, you know, humanity, harder. Which, again, will be ugly. It will not be good. But the harder they lash out, the less popular they become. The less popular they become, the more they panic, the more they try to lash out. Think of an abuser who's losing control of a situation, who's losing control over the person they're abusing. These people do not have calm, rational thoughts. They don't sit down and be like, well, if I want this outcome, I need to blah, blah. It's the first emotional response you get, that's it. It doesn't work. It hurts people, but it doesn't work for achieving their goals. Cold consolation, but take what you can get. somewhere. Yeah. Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito? The penis? There's a lot of hicks that are anti-establishment too, so they're probably seeing this and... Yeah, well, again, that's going to be a test of were you anti-establishment or were you anti-establishment? Is fighting like it's going out of style? Yes. Folks just need to keep pushing and beat them. Beat them at the voting booth. It's not enough to beat them at the voting booth. You have to humiliate them. Make them failures. At the voting booth, yes. But also the way the people in Minneapolis are now. They are resisting them. They're not giving them a scary threat to fight back against. They are resisting them. And it's costing the people. But they are resisting in a way that frustrates and humiliates. And it's like in Portland. You know, there wasn't a big sort of explosive response. There was dudes dancing in frog costumes. Humiliate them. Make them look like fucking clowns. Because they can't handle it. The extreme example is Renee Good. Right? She wasn't afraid. Jonathan Ross, famed, world-recognized murderer Jonathan Ross, he wanted to be scary, he wanted to be intimidating, he wanted to feel like a big tough guy. And Renee Good didn't give it to him. And so he lashed out. He murdered her. Because you can kind of do that in a one-on-one interpersonal scale. Scaling that up to the whole movement, if you just keep humiliating these fucking people, because, like, they can't kill everyone in Minneapolis. They'd like to, but they can't. They literally just can't. Because they'd never get away with it. So if you just, on that grander scale, if you just keep humiliating these people, if you make them look like clowns, if you make them feel small, then they will try to lash out. As individuals, they will try to lash out. And in some cases, they may even, as a collective group, lash out. But ICE is not a big organization. If they lash out in a way that is beyond the pale, in a way that is not socially acceptable, because, I hate to say it, but murdering individuals is socially acceptable if you are law enforcement. Not that ICE aren't real cops, but, you know, they like to play pretend. If their response exceeds murdering individuals, then the social protection they get from their status, from their association, kind of disappears and all bets are off. It's a hard thing to ask, because essentially what you're asking, particularly of the people of Minneapolis, is keep being killed. Keep being killed on camera. That is what the ask is. Keep being killed on camera without fighting back. Without fighting violently back. And it's hard. And it's, you know, not fucking fair. But as long as they can keep it up, and they have been keeping it up, they have done a spectacular job of keeping it up. Then it's over. They win. Like Minneapolis, the people of Minnesota, they win. ICE loses. This only works because the United States ostensibly is meant to value freedom and life and democracy and blah blah blah, all that sort of bullshit that it doesn't necessarily always value. But because that is the sort of ephemeral idea of what the United States is supposed to look like, if you can demonstrate that ICE does not uphold those ideals, does not believe in those ideals, then they will lose their public support. And as they lose their public support, they will lose their capacity to act. And as they lose their capacity to act, they become more vulnerable to prosecution and to justice. And I'm just gonna check actually. Yeah, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana. Okay. Well, luckily for ICE agents, looks like Minnesota does not have the death penalty. Or does it? No. So, you know, you can still get life in prison, though. And ask Rudolf Hess. Life in prison can be a long fucking time. But yeah, the other thing to think about too is, yes, Daz, voting is an incredibly important part of taking the country back, of making sure this sort of thing stops and doesn't happen again. With a caveat. You've got to elect some fucking radical Democrats. No more of this middle-of-the-road corporate bullshit. No more Kamala Harris's, no more Joseph Biden's. None of this. None of that. No more Chuck Schumer's. Well, they've overthrown the democracy, and they've tried to kill myself and others, as we were certifying the election, and there's also been a rise in terrorist activity, and ICE is murdering American citizens, and I will pass the ICE funding bill now. Because he's a fucking spineless coward. It is critical that whoever wins the vote next has the fucking guts to prosecute these people. Not this January 6th bullshit where we're like, oh, we're afraid that it'll look like we're weaponizing the justice system. No. To be clear, prosecuting ICE, prosecuting Donald Trump, is a political prosecution. And that's good. Political prosecutions are not inherently bad if the political movement you are prosecuting is criminal. That's the fucking point. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know. Anyway. It is appropriate that we had this conversation with this stupid fucking pink bitch sitting here in front of us with her little lollipop and her dumb. Is it... Help me understand this. She's a vampire, but we're vampires. Not like... So... Did she bite this thing and turn it into a vampire? Is that just... Did a vampire... Did she make a vampire become a bat and unzip it and stuff the vampire bat into this thing? What's going on here? Someone explain the pink thing to me. Not... I don't know. I expect to attract high quality vampires with this. Oh god, she's gonna make me start looks maxing. Yes, modern flair wouldn't hurt. Cyberpunk style will drive Vlad mad. That will be good. Fuck that old guy. Can't wait to see his face when he sees Cyber. Thank you, Yumiko. Give me free minions. Ugh. But I have work tomorrow. So I'm gonna go to bed. But we had fun. Oh. No, I can't get into it because it'll take too long to explain. Yeah, I work. I have job. You've known this about me. Yeah, it's like 2:45. It's fine, I'll just take my Dex. It'll keep me awake. And if not, I'll be like... I have a head injury, I want to go home. Anyway. Fun chat. Fun times. Mwah. 99.